Today, we're diving into something pretty wild: the gut-brain AI revolution. It's this incredible intersection of our own biology and cutting-edge technology. And trust me, it's changing everything we thought we knew about health. Let's get right into it. You know those days you just wake up feeling off, your mood's in the basement, you're dragging, and you can't for the life of you figure out why. We always assume the answer's got to be in our heads, right? But what if the real story, the real clue, is hiding somewhere you never think to look? Your gut. So let's talk about your gut's secret power. Because there is this hidden network running through your body, like a communication superhighway, that is constantly shaping how you feel. And I'm not just talking about a metaphor here. This is a real physical system that scientists are, finally starting to understand. It's called the gut-brain axis. And this goes way beyond some vague gut feeling. We're talking about a physical network of nerves and chemicals. Think of it like a two-way street. Sure, your brain sends signals down to your gut, but the really amazing part is that your gut is talking right back. And this is where it gets absolutely mind-blowing. What if I told you that about 90%, 90, of your body's serotonin, the famous feel-good chemical, isn't made in your brain at all? It's made in your gut. That one fact alone just flips the script on everything we thought we knew about mood. Getting a handle on this connection is the real game changer. It's this huge shift in how we approach wellness. And honestly, just by watching this, you're way ahead of the curve. You're in on the conversation that's defining the future of health. Okay, so let's start thinking of your gut as this super busy chemical factory. It's not just breaking down your lunch. It's literally manufacturing the chemicals that control your mood. Let's take a look at a couple of the biggest players. So here are the two heavy hitters, serotonin and dopamine. Serotonin is all about mood, sleep, keeping you calm. Dopamine, that's your motivation and reward chemical. But the most important part? Look at that bottom row. Your gut microbes are absolutely central to producing both of them. So how do you help this little factory out? Well, the raw material for serotonin is something called tryptophan. And as you can see, a super simple and practical way to support your body is just by eating foods that are rich in it. This isn't some complex biohack. It's just about giving your gut the basic building blocks it needs to get the job done. And it's not just about serotonin. Get this, nearly half of your body's dopamine is also made in the gut. And here's something that almost nobody talks about. Some of the actual bacteria living inside you can produce dopamine directly. How crazy is that? Okay, but wait a minute. This brings up a pretty big question. If these vital mood chemicals are being cranked out in the gut, how on earth do they affect the brain? Because there's a big problem. They can't just pass through the super protective blood-brain barrier. So how does the signal get through? The answer is the vagus nerve. The simplest way to think about it is as your body's own internal high-speed data cable. This nerve is a direct line from your gut to your brain, basically translating all those chemical messages from your gut microbes into signals your brain can actually understand. It's the secret link that makes the whole system work. Now, as you can imagine, this system is unbelievably complex. I mean, think about trying to track trillions of microbes, thousands of nerve signals, plus everything you eat all at once. For years, it was just too much data. We couldn't see the patterns. But now we have technology that can finally decode our bodies. This is where a whole new field called digital therapeutics comes into play. We're talking about AI-powered apps like Zoe or Enjoy that pretty much act like your own personal gut-brain detective. They take all the data you give them, what you eat, your mood logs, even the sound of your voice, and they start spotting patterns that no human ever could. So how does the AI actually pull this off? Well, here's the simple version. These models, they're called convolutional neural networks, or CNNs. They just sift through mountains of your data. They're the things that can connect the dots, like say between that salad you had for lunch on Tuesday and why you felt so sluggish on Wednesday afternoon. They find the real hidden signal in all the noise of your daily life. And here's the bottom line. By understanding this whole gut-brain thing and the AI tools that are helping us figure it out, you are on the absolute cutting edge of how health is being managed. This isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. This is personalized medicine happening right now. And people like us are the ones who get it. Okay, so all this information is fascinating, but what can you actually do with it? Let's boil it all down to a simple, practical action plan that you can start using, well, today. So here it is, a safe and totally doable 3-step framework. First, you feed the system. That means eating those tryptophan-rich foods we talked about, and also prebiotics like garlic and onions to nourish those good microbes. Second, you activate the data cable, that vagus nerve, with simple, deep breathing exercises. And third, you notice the patterns. Grab an app or just a plain old notebook and start connecting what you do with how you feel. And that really is the most powerful takeaway here. You're not just a passenger along for the ride in your own body. You actually have the power to influence that constant conversation that's happening between your gut and your brain every single day. But as we lean into this incredible new technology, we have to ask the tough questions. These AI models are amazing, but they're only as good as the data they get. So what happens when the AI gets it wrong? What happens when it misunderstands a signal, or its interpretation of our health just doesn't line up with our reality? Figuring that out is the next frontier, and it's exactly what we'll be exploring next time.
If this touched your heart, please subscribe, like, and share it with your family. Save this for more meaningful content ahead.